last set of the night. Make it count. Last set of the night. Best amount. Band leader announces the last set slow. Everybody in the club leaning with the glow. Something about to be done and finished. Last set of the night, never diminished. Best sets always saved for the closing hour. Last set of the night is the real power. Friday Jazz Club, giving his last gift. Last set of the night, the biggest lift. Last set, ready, make it last. Ooh. Last set of the night, better than the past. Last set of the night and the groove stays warm. Every note carrying the night in truest form. Horns on the two and the bass slaps warm. Last set of the night, never a storm. Last set of the night on the Friday stage. Jazz, funk, groove, the last best page. This is the close before the close comes down. Last set of the night, warmest in town. Warmest in town. Yeah. Everybody staying, nobody leaving. Last set of the night, too good for grieving. About the fact that it's all almost over. Last set of the night, sober or sober. Best hour of the week right here. Last set of the night, loud and clear. Friday Jazz Club doing its best work. Last set of the night, never shirk. Last set, ready, all the way. Last set of the night, best of the day. Last set of the night and the groove stays warm. Every note carrying the night in truest form. Horns on the two and the bass slaps warm. Last set of the night, never a storm. Last set of the night on the Friday stage. Jazz, funk, groove, the last best page. This is the close before the close comes down. Last set of the night, warmest in town. Warmest in town. Last set of the night, been my favorite hour. Jazz club showing this real power. Ain't a closing set, ain't a finale, it's the best one. Last set of the night, the blessed one. I've been staying for the last set every Friday. Every last set, the groove repays. Last set of the night, that's the standard. Groovy jazz, funk, the commander. The night in truest form. Horns on the two and the bass slaps warm. Last set of the night, never a storm. Last set of the night on the Friday stage. Jazz, funk, groove, the last best paid. We've been playing the last set since forever. Last set and groove together. Woo. Last set and groove together. step to the front of the stage. Everybody knowing they about to turn the page. Lip on the mouthpiece and the room went still. Best 30 seconds building toward the thrill. Horn Solo Friday is the moment. Every groove head in the club, the component of an audience that knows what's about to happen. Horn Solo Friday and the room starts clapping. Horn stepping up, room holds its breath. Horn Solo Friday, better than the best. Horn Solo Friday and the groove ascends. Every note going where the music bends. Horns on the two and the horn bends free. Horn Solo Friday, best thing to see. Horn Solo Friday on the Friday stage. Jazz funk groove on every page. This is the solo before the solo went quiet. Horn Solo Friday, keeping the riot. No bench so far, it touched the ceiling. Everybody in the club feeling the particular thing that only live horns do. Horn Solo Friday, cutting through all the recorded versions, all the studio tapes. Horn Solo Friday, all it takes is one note live in this particular room. Horn Solo Friday, cutting through the gloom. Horn stepping up all the way through. Horn Solo Friday, made for you. Horn Solo Friday and the groove ascends. Every note going where the music bends. Horns on the two and the horn bands free. Horn Solo Friday, best thing to see. Horn Solo Friday on the Friday stage. Jazz funk groove on every page. This is the solo before the solo went quiet. Horn Solo Friday, keeping the riot. Horn Solo Friday, been the highlight every time. Jazz club confirming the rhyme. Ain't a solo, ain't a feature, it's the truth. Horn Solo Friday, the eternal proof. I've been waiting for the solo every Friday. Every week the horn repays. Horn Solo Friday, that's the peak. Groovy jazz funk, what we see. Horn Solo Friday and the groove ascends. Every note going where the music bends. Horns on the two and the horn bends free. Horn Solo Friday, best thing to see. Horn Solo Friday on the Friday stage. Jazz funk groove on every page. We've been blowing this horn since forever. Horn Solo Friday, never sever. Friday night stays with you, always does. Friday night stays with you just because. Walked out of the jazz club into the street. Every note still running through the feet. Friday night stays with you is the truth. Been feeling this since eternal youth. Can't shake it, can't replace it, can't fake it. Friday night groove and you have to take it with you into the week, into the parade. Friday night stays with you all the way. Carry it with you all week long. Friday night stays in your favorite song. night stays with you and the groove comes home. Every week at the jazz club, never alone. Horns warm on the dew and the bass walks bright. Friday night stays with you after the night. Friday night stays in the memory gold. Jazz, funk, groove, the best story told. This is the carry before the carry fades. Friday night stays with you through all the days. Yeah. Monday morning, the groove's still running. Everybody at the desk quietly humming. Friday night groove, surviving the week. Friday night stays with you, what we see. This is why we go every Friday without fail. Friday night groove on the trail of everything that makes the week worth doing. Friday night stays with you, pursuing. Carry it with you all the way. Friday night stays every single day. Friday night stays with you and the groove comes home. Every week at the jazz club, never alone. Horns warm on the dew and the bass walks bright. Friday night stays with you after the night. Friday night stays in the memory gold. Jazz, funk, groove, the best story told. This is the carry before the carry fades. Friday night stays with you through all the days. Yeah. Friday night stays with you, vent my weekly truth. The jazz club, the proof from eternal youth. Ain't a memory, ain't a feeling, it's a fact. Friday night stays with you, and you can't go back. I've been carrying Friday all week, every year. Every Monday the groove appears. Friday night stays with you, that's the law. Groovy jazz, funk, rock, 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 rock. Comes home every week at the jazz club, never alone. Horns warm on the dew and the bass walks bright. Friday night stays with you after the night. Friday night stays in the memory gold. Jazz, funk, groove, the best story told. We've been carrying Friday since forever bright. Friday night stays with you, always right. Friday night stays with you. Turn it up. Seconds at harder. Yeah. Fill the cup. Seconds at harder. Turn it up. Seconds at harder. Yeah. Smile. Second set about to drive everybody wild. First set was the warm-up, second set is real. Everybody in the club about to feel what the jazz club was actually built for. Second set harder than before. Every note 10% above the first. Second set harder, satisfying the third. Second set is turn it up. Turn it up. Turn it up. Second set harder. Fill the cup. Second set harder. And the groove ascends. Every note going higher where the music bends. Ooh. Horns on the two and the bass drives hardest. Second set harder. The jazz club largest. Second set harder on the Friday stage. Jazz funk groove turning every page. This is the heart. completely full. Everybody feeling the maximum pull. Band playing like everything's on the line. Second set harder. The final sign of this particular jazz club on this Friday was the one they'll talk about someday. Second set harder is the declaration. Friday Jazz Club, best in the nation.
Second set in.
All the way.
All the way.
Second set harder.
Second set harder.
Every Friday day. Second set harder. And the groove ascends. Ooh, every note going higher where the music bends. Ooh, horns on the two and the bass drives hardest.
Second set harder.
The jazz club's largest. Second set harder on the Friday stage. JazzHop Groove turning every page. This is the harder before the harder got quiet.
Second set harder.
Keeping the riot. Hey. Hey. Second set harder than the Friday promise. Jazz club the most honest. Ain't a second set, ain't a continuation. It's an escalation. Second set harder, the decoration. I've been waiting for the second set every Friday. Every set the groove repays. Second set harder, that's the upgrade. Groovy jazz funk, the best straight. Everybody in. Doors open at 9. Let it begin. Line outside, been building since 8. Everybody knowing it's gonna be great. Doors open at 9 on the dot every time. Friday Jazz Club running on the dime. First 100 people getting the best seats. Everybody else catching different beats. Doors open at 9 is the starting gun. Friday night Jazz Club has begun. 9 o'clock. Doors swing wide. Everybody step inside. Doors open at 9 and the groove is on. Every Friday night carrying us along. Horns on the two and the bass slaps hard. Doors open at 9 on the boulevard. Doors open at 9 in the Friday air. Jazz, funk, groove beyond compare. This is the open before the open gets packed. Doors open at 9 and we never look back. Hostess checking names off the list. Everybody knowing what they missed. If they ever stayed home on a Friday night. Doors open at 9, making everything right. Jazz club filling up from front to back. Every seat a different kind of track. Doors open at 9 in the ritual. Friday Jazz Club habitual. 9 o'clock all the way. All the way. Doors open. Every Friday day. Doors open at 9 and the groove is on. Every Friday night carrying us along. Horns on the two and the bass slaps hard. Doors open at 9 on the boulevard. Doors open at 9 in the Friday air. Jazz, funk, groove beyond compare. This is the open before the open gets packed. Doors open at 9 and we never look back. Doors open at 9, been my Friday religion. Jazz club, the only decision. Ain't a venue, ain't a bar, it's a destination. Doors open at 9. The congregation, I've been showing up at 9 for years of Fridays. Every Friday, the groove repays. Doors open at 9, that's my signal. Groovy jazz, funk, pivotal. Ow. Bartender knows the groove every time. Bartender knows the groove so sublime. Been here since the first Friday. Never missed a groove, never looked away. Knows which song makes the crowd lean in. Knows which note is where the night begins. Pours a drink without breaking the eye contact. With the stage keeping everything intact. Bartender knows the groove better than most. Best job description on this coast. Bartender grooving never stops. Bartender knows when the groove drops. Knows the groove and the night runs right. Every drink time to the Friday night. Horns on the two and the bass slaps through. Bartender knows the groove through and through. Bartender grooving behind the bar. Jazz, funk, groove, wherever you are. This is the cool before the cool got hired. Bartender knows the groove most admired. Somebody ordered on the wrong beat once. Bartender waited till the right moment for months. Well, for the length of that particular bar. Bartender knows exactly where they are. In the groove and in the room and in the night. Bartender knows the groove, getting everything right. Best multitasker in this whole club. Bartender knows the groove, the original hub. Bartender grooving all the way. Oh, bartender knows every Friday day. Bartender knows the groove and the night runs right. Every drink time to the Friday night. Horns on the two and the bass slaps through. Bartender knows the groove through and through. Bartender grooving behind the bar. Jazz, funk, groove, wherever you are. This is the cool before the cool got hired. Bartender knows the groove most admired. I'm bartender knows the groove better than me. Best music education, totally free. Ain't a bartender, ain't a server, it's a musician. Bartender knows the groove, the decision. I've been watching that bartender for years of Fridays. Every groove, the bartender repays. Bartender knows the groove, that's the skill. Groovy jazz, funk, giving the thrill. Bartender knows the groove. locked in. Pocket so deep. Band locked in. Groove the key. Groove the key. Woo! Yeah, a band locked in. 15 minutes into the first set, band finding the tightest pocket yet. Every instrument locked to each other, bass man and drummer closer than brother. A band locked in, it's a different level. Every note sharp as a devil. Friday Jazz Club getting what it paid for. A band locked in, what the groove was made for. Locked in tight, pocket deep. Band locked in, groove to key. Band locked in and the groove is peak. Every note the tightest pocket you see. Horns on the two and the bass locks down. Band locked in, tight as in this town. Band locked in on the Friday stage. JazzHop Groove on every page. This is the lock before the lock went loose. Band locked in, cutting free the caboose. Woo! Yeah. Cutting free the caboose. Yeah. Crowd can feel it when the pocket tightens. Everything in the room enlightens. Band locked in, communicating silent. Every note perfectly compliant with the groove that only they can feel. Band locked in is what makes it real. Friday Jazz Club earned this moment. Band locked in, the groove component. Locked in tight all the way, all the way, all the way. Band locked in every Friday day. Band locked in and the groove is peak. Every note the tightest pocket you see. Horns on the two and the bass locks down. Band locked in, tightest in this town. Band locked in on the Friday stage. JazzHop Groove on every page. This is the lock before the lock went loose. A band locked in, cutting free the caboose. Free the caboose. Hey! Band locked in, been the Friday signal. Jazz Club Groove pivotal. Ain't a performance, ain't a show, it's a lot. Band locked in, on the clock. I've been feeling this pocket for years. Every Friday the lock appears. Band locked in, that's the standard. Groovy jazz funk, the commander. Band locked in. Yeah. Band locked in. 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 Band locked in and the groove is peak. Every note the tightest pocket you see. Horns on the two and the bass locks down. Band locked in, tightest in this town. Band locked in on the Friday stage. JazzHop Groove on every page. We've been locked in since forever time. Band locked in every Friday night. Band locked in every Friday night. Groove the key. A dance floor filling up. Everybody moving. Yeah. Dance floor filling up. Yeah. Everybody grooving. First two people on the floor always brave. Everybody else waiting to be saved by the moment when the floor tips. Every groove head feeling it in the hips. Dance floor filling up is the tipping point. Friday Jazz Club putting it all in joint. Dance floor filling track. Floor filling up, can't stop it now. Dance floor filling, take a bow. Dance floor filling up, and the groove takes hold. Everybody moving, doing what is told. Horns on the two and the bass drops hard. Dance floor filling up on the boulevard. Dance floor filling up in the Friday light. Jazz funk groove taking flight. This is the feel before the field gets packed. Woo! Dance floor filling up and we never look back. Now it's 50 deep and still growing. Everybody feeling the groove flowing. Band leader watching the floor with a smile. This is what they've been building for a while. Dance floor filling up is the proof that jazz funk is the universal truth. Everybody finding their particular move. Dance floor filling up the ultimate groove. Floor filling up all the way, all the way. Dance floor filling every Friday day. Dance floor filling up and the groove takes hold. Oh, everybody moving, doing what is told. Oh, horns on the two and the bass drops hard. Dance floor filling up on the boulevard. Dance floor filling up in the Friday light. Jazz funk groove taking flight. This is the feel before the field gets packed. Woo! Dance floor filling up and we never look back. Look back, 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 look back. Yeah, dance floor filling up in the Friday signal. Jazz club groove pivotal. Ain't a dance floor, ain't a crowd, it's a movement. Dance floor filling up the improvement. I've been on this floor every Friday for years. Every field confirming what appears. Dance floor filling up, that's the moment. Groovy jazz funk component. Filling up and the groove takes hold. Oh, everybody moving, doing what is told. Yeah, horns on the two and the bass drives hard. Dance floor filling up on the boulevard. Dance floor filling up in the Friday light. Jazz funk groove taking flight. We've been feeling this floor since forever. Dance floor and groove together. Stage lights coming up, room goes gold. Stage lights coming up, story untold. Tech running the dimmer up real slow. Every table catching the golden glow. Stage lights coming up is the signal clear. Friday night jazz club finally here. Everybody finding their seats now. Best transition of the week somehow. Stage lights coming up on the empty stage. Friday night turning the page. Lights rising up. Stage goes bright. Stage lights coming up. Friday night. Stage lights coming up and the groove ignites. Every note burning in the Friday lights. Horns on the two and the bass slaps bright. Stage lights. entrance in the whole Friday night. Audience already leaning forward slow. Stage lights coming up, putting on the show. This is the moment everything's built for. Stage lights coming up, what we waited for. Lights rising up all the way. Stage lights coming up. Friday, hooray! Stage lights coming up in the groove ignites. Every note burning in the Friday lights. Horns on the two and the bass slaps bright. Stage lights coming up on the Friday night. Stage lights coming up on the empty floor. Jazz funk groove, what the Friday's for. This is the rise before the rise goes live. Stage lights coming up, how the real ones thrive. Stage lights coming up in my favorite moment. Friday Jazz Club, the groove component. Ain't a light in cue, ain't a tech moment, it's the signal. Stage lights coming up, pivotal. I've been watching these lights come up for years. Every Friday the groove appears. Stage lights coming up, that's the trigger. Groovy jazz funk, getting bigger. Stage lights coming up and the groove ignites. Every note burning in the Friday lights. Horns on the two and the bass slaps bright. Stage lights coming up on the Friday night. Stage lights coming up on the empty floor. Jazz funk groove, what the Friday's for. We've been rising with these lights since forever. Stage and groove together. Two a.m. groove, still going strong. 2 a.m. groove, all night long. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. 2 a.m. and the jazz club still burning. Everybody here long past the point of returning to whatever the rest of the world was doing. 2 a.m. groove, keeping it brewing. This particular hour belongs to this room. 2 a.m. groove, cutting through the gloom of everything outside this door tonight. 2 a.m. groove, making everything right. 2 a.m. still, groove holds warm. 2 a.m. groove, beyond the norm. 2 a.m. groove and the night holds on. Every note carrying the whole night long. Horns warm on the two and the bass rolls through. 2 a.m. groove, made for the few. 2 a.m. groove in the jazz club air. Jazz funk groove, beyond compare. This is the late before the late went home. 2 a.m. groove, nobody alone. Yeah. Band playing like they forgot the hour. 2 a.m. groove, showing the power of music that doesn't care what the clock says. 2 a.m. groove, finding its own ways through the night, through the tide, through the end. 2 a.m. groove, come drumming around the band. This is the late that only gets better. 2 a.m. groove to the very last band. 2 a.m. still all the way through. 2 a.m. groove made for you. 2 a.m. groove and the night holds on. Every note carrying the whole night long. Horns warm on the 2 and the bass rolls through. 2 a.m. groove made for the few. 2 a.m. groove in the jazz club air. JazzHop Groove beyond compare. This is the late before the late went home. 2 a.m. groove, nobody alone. 2 a.m. groove been my Friday destination. Jazz club, the late night station. Ain't a late night, ain't an after hours, it's the real 2 a.m. groove, the only feel. I've been staying till 2 a.m. every Friday. Every late groove, the best repay. 2 a.m. groove, that's my hour. Groovy jazz, funk, the power. Yeah. Yeah. Every note carrying the whole night long. Horns warm on the 2 and the bass rolls through. 2 a.m. groove made for the few. 2 a.m. groove in the jazz club air. JazzHop Groove beyond compare. We've been grooving till 2 a.m. since forever. 2 a.m. groove, never ever. Woo. Hey. Never ever. 2 a.m. groove. 2 a.m. groove. Table by the stage, best in the house. Table by the stage, clean as a mouse. Close enough to see the sweat on the strings, close enough to hear what the groove brings. Table by the stage is the premium spot, best seat in the whole jazz club lot. Every note hitting you before it hits the room. Table by the stage cutting through the gloom of distance between the music and your chest. Table by the stage, the absolute best. Close to the stage, feel every note. Table by the stage, yes, antidote. By the stage and the groove hits first. Every note satisfying every thirst. Horns on the 2 and the bass slaps close. Table by the stage with the Friday host. Table by the stage in the Friday light. Jazz funk groove at its closest ride. This is the front before the front went far. Table by the stage, that's where we are. Yeah, bass man looked over and nodded once. Best acknowledgement of the whole month. Table by the stage, getting the inside look. Every improvisation an open book. This is the close-up, nobody gets at home. Table by the stage, worth the trip alone. Jazz club experience at its most real. Table by the stage, the ultimate feel. Close to the stage, all the way. Table by the stage, every Friday day. Table by the stage and the groove hits first. Every note satisfying every thirst. Horns on the 2 and the bass slaps close. Table by the stage with the Friday host. Table by the stage in the Friday light. Jazz funk groove at its closest ride. This is the front before the front went far. Table by the stage, that's where we are. Table by the stage, been my Friday Friday reservation. Jazz Club, the best destination. Ain't a seat, ain't a table, it's up position. Table by the stage, the mission. I've been sitting at this table for years. Every Friday the groove appears. Table by the stage, that's my spot. Groovy jazz funk hitting the spot. The stage and the groove hits first. Every note satisfying every thirst. Horns on the two and the bass slaps close. Table by the stage with the Friday host. Table by the stage in the Friday light. Jazz funk groove at its closest right. We've been sitting here since forever. Close table by the stage. What we love most. Table by the stage. Sound check Friday. Test the levels. Sound check Friday. Raise the rebels. Sound man running through the whole board. Every channel finding its own chord. Bass check first like it always is. Everything in this jazz club is. Friday sound check is the ritual start. Every musician knowing their part. Sound check Friday is the announcement. Jazz club making this pronouncement. Levels right. Sound is true. Sound check Friday. Every note landing best it's ever been yet. Horns on the two and the bass slaps right. Sound check Friday before the Friday design. Sound check Friday in the empty room. Jazz funk filling up the afternoon gloom. This is the check before the check goes live. Sound check Friday, how the real ones thrive. Drummer hits the kit once and the whole room knows. This is what Friday night eventually goes. Every check a different kind of promise. Jazz club sound check the most honest. Guitarist bends a note just to hear the room. Best test of the afternoon gloom. Sound check Friday building toward the night. Every instrument confirming it's right. Levels right all the way. Sound check Friday. Starting the day. Sound check Friday. Sound check Friday. And the groove is set. Every note landing best it's ever been yet. Horns on the two and the bass slaps right. Sound check Friday before the Friday. Sound check Friday in the empty room. Jazz funk filling up the afternoon gloom. This is the check before the check goes live. Sound check Friday, how the real ones thrive. Sound check Friday been my favorite hour. Empty jazz club before it shows its power. Ain't a rehearsal, ain't a practice, it's a ritual. Sound check Friday, habitual. I've been running sound checks my whole career. Every Friday the groove appears. Sound check Friday, that's the signal. Groovy jazz funk, pivotal. Stage lights down. Show is done. Stage lights down. Everyone. Tech running the dimmer down real slow. Every instrument taking its last bow. Stage lights down is the honest signal. Friday jazz club pivotal. Everything that happened under these lights, every groove, every note, every Friday night. Stage lights down is the quiet truth. Friday jazz club from eternal youth. Lights going down, groove still warm. Stage lights down after the storm. Stage lights down and the groove stays warm. Every note carries safe from the storm. Horns barely on the tube and the bass rolls home. Stage lights down and you're not alone. Stage lights down on the Friday stage. JazzHop Groove, the final page. This is the dark after the bright went on. Stage lights down, but the groove lives on. Last musician walking off the stage. Everybody turning their own page of the memory of the Friday night. Stage lights down after all that bright. Best contrast of the whole week right here. Stage lights down loud and clear. Friday jazz club holding what it gave. Stage lights down, the Friday sage. Lights going down all the way, all the way. Stage lights down. End of the day. Stage lights down and the groove stays warm. Every note carried safe from the storm. Horns barely on the tube and the bass rolls home. Stage lights down and you're not alone. Stage lights down on the Friday stage. JazzHop Groove, the final page. This is the dark after the bright went on. Stage lights down, but the groove lives on. Stage lights down, then the Friday signal. Jazz club, the groove pivotal. Ain't a closing, ain't a tech cue, it's the truth. Stage lights down from eternal youth. I've been watching these lights go down for years. Every Friday the dimmer appears. Stage lights down, that's the ceremony. Groovy jazz funk, the testimony. Stays warm. Every note carried safe from the storm. Horns barely on the tube and the bass rolls home. Stage lights down and you're not alone. Stage lights down on the Friday stage. JazzHop Groove, the final page. We've been dimming these lights since forever. Stage lights down and groove together. Absolute top. Pick of the night, can't be stopped. This is the moment the whole week was for. Peak of the night and everybody wants more. Friday Jazz Club at its absolute height. Everybody in this room doing it right. Band locked into the tightest pocket ever. Peak of the night, cutting every tether to everything outside this room tonight. Peak of the night, burning absolute bright, absolute peak. Nothing higher. Peak of the night, burning like fire. Peak of the night, and the groove is loud. Every note lifting the entire crowd. Horns on the two, and the slap drives hardest. Peak of the night, the jazz club's largest. Peak of the night on the Friday stage. JazzHop Groove on every page. This is the peak before the peak comes down. Peak of the night, tightest in town. Every person in the room on their feet. Everybody finding the same beat. Peak of the night is a rare thing when the room and the band share the same ring of something that only happens live. Peak of the night, how the real ones thrive. Friday Jazz Club earning his legend. Peak of the night, the message wrecking. Absolute peak, all the way. Peak of the night. Friday, hooray! Peak of the night, and the groove is loud. Every note lifting the entire crowd. Horns on the two, and the slap drives hardest. Peak of the night, the jazz club's largest. Peak of the night on the Friday stage. JazzHop Groove on every page. This is the peak before the peak comes down. Peak of the night, tightest in town. Peak of the night been the Friday mission. Jazz Club, the only decision. Ain't a peak, ain't a moment, it's the reason. Peak of the night every season. I've been chasing this peak my whole Friday life. Every week the peak cuts through the strife. Peak of the night, that's the absolute. Groovy jazz, funk the root. Entire crowd, horns on the two, and the slap drives hardest. Peak of the night, the jazz club's largest. Peak of the night on the Friday stage. JazzHop Groove on every page. We've been reaching this peak since forever. Peak of the night and groove together. Peak of the night, tightest in town. Yeah. Peak of the night. Nobody going home yet. Not tonight. Nobody going home yet. Feeling right. Yeah, band leader called the last song 30 minutes ago. Nobody moved, everybody staying in the glow. Jazz Club Groove's been for this particular night. Nobody going home yet, everything right. Encore on encore, the band keeps playing. Everybody in the club staying and staying. Nobody going home yet is the highest praise. Friday Jazz Club earning all its days. Stay a little longer, groove ain't done. Nobody going home, not till we're done. Going home yet, and the groove holds on. Every note refusing to be gone. Horns on the two, and the bass stays bright. Nobody going home yet. Friday night, nobody going home in the jazz club air. JazzHop Groove beyond compare. This is the stay before the stay gave in. Nobody going home yet. Let it begin. Yeah, let it begin. Yeah. Waiter already done for the night, but still here. Everybody sharing the same frontier of not wanting to be the first to go. Nobody going home yet in the glow. Friday Jazz Club doing the thing that makes everybody forget the next morning taste. Nobody going home yet till the last note. Friday Jazz Club, that's the antidote. Stay a little longer, all the way. Nobody going yet, been my Friday standard. Jazz club, the only answer. Ain't a crowd, ain't an audience, it's a commitment. Nobody going home yet, the statement. I've been the last to leave every Friday for years. Every last note confirming what appears. Nobody going home yet, that's the creed. Groovy jazz funk is all I need. Hey! Friday night. Friday night. Full House Friday. Every seat. Full House Friday. Not a seat empty, not a table free. Full House Friday, how it's supposed to be. Reservation list closed out last Tuesday. Everybody who gotten having their say about how this particular jazz club never misses. Full House Friday, giving out its kisses of something real and living tight and bright. Full House Friday on a Friday night. To every seat filled, room goes bright. Full House Friday, every ride. Full House Friday, and the groove is tight. Every seat locked into the Friday night. Friday, been the standard for years. Jazz club confirming what appears. Ain't a crowd, ain't an audience, it's a community. Full House Friday, the opportunity. I've been coming here every Friday I could. Every full house confirming the good. Full House Friday, that's the measure. Groovy jazz, funk, the treasure. set begins, no looking back. First set begins on the track. Counts it off, 1, 2, 3, 4. Everybody in the room wanting more. First set begins in the jazz club lives. Every note confirming what the Friday gives. That particular feeling of a live band hitting. Everybody in their seats already sitting. Forward and ready and the groove confirms. First set begins and the Friday burns. First set in groove ignites. First set begins Friday night. Begins and the room lights up. Every bright note filling every cup. Horns on the 2 and the slap drives hard. First set begins on the boulevard. First set begins in the Friday gold. Jazz funk groove, the best story told. This is the start before the start went quiet. First set begins, keeping the riot. Keeping the riot. Locked in tight, everything falling into Friday night. First set groove, getting everybody up. Every table drinking from the same cup. Something real and living right here. First set begins the moment of the year. Friday Jazz Club doing what it does. First set begins just because. First set in all the way. First set begins Friday. Hooray! The room lights up, every bright note filling every cup. Horns on the 2 and the slap drives hard. First set begins on the boulevard. First set begins in the Friday gold. Jazz funk groove, the best story told. This is the start before the start went quiet. First set begins, keeping the riot. Yeah. Yeah. Begins, been my favorite Friday moment. Jazz club, the groove component. Ain't a performance, ain't a show, it's a conversation. First set begins, the congregation. I've been waiting for this first note my whole life. Every Friday cutting through the strife. First set begins, that's the signal. Groovy jazz funk pivotal. Slap bass takes over. Feel the pocket. Slap bass takes over like a rocket. Step back, this is the moment everybody track. Slap bass takes over is the announcement. Friday Jazz Club making the pronouncement that the low end is the spine of everything. Slap bass takes over, letting the bass sing. Every pop, every slap, every ghost know right. Slap bass takes over Friday night. Bass steps up, everything drops. Slap bass takes over, never stop. Slap bass takes over and the groove goes deep. Every note the tightest pocket to keep. Horns on the two and the slap leads hard. Slap bass takes over on the boulevard. Slap bass takes over on the Friday stage. Jazz funk groove on every page. This is the slap before the slap stood down. Slap bass takes over, tightest in town. Yeah, tightest in town. Bass note hitting harder than anybody expected. Every frequency in the room redirected. Slap bass takes over, doing the work. Friday jazz club groove, never shirk. Bass man, eyes closed, feeling every note. Best performance in this whole anecdote. Slap bass takes over is the highest moment. Friday jazz club groove component. Bass steps up all the way. Slap bass takes over every Friday day. Slap bass takes over and the groove goes deep. Every note the tightest pocket to keep. Horns on the two and the slap leads hard. Slap bass takes over on the boulevard. Slap bass takes over on the Friday stage. Jazz funk groove on every page. This is the slap before the slap stood down. Slap bass takes over, tightest in town. Yeah. Slap bass takes over, been my Friday highlight. Jazz club groove, getting everything right. Ain't a bass solo, ain't a feature, it's a takeover. Slap bass, Friday groove all over. I've been waiting for the slap bass every week. Every Friday the bass I seek. Slap bass takes over, that's the peak. Groovy jazz funk, what we seek.